वो दिन कितने प्यारे थे, ये दिन भी कितने प्यारे हैं। तब बाबा साथ हमारे थे, तब बाबा साथ हमारे थे। बाबा अब भी साथ हमारे हैं।
माया के आने के विशेष यही दरवाजे हैं। किसी भी विघ्न को चेक करो, उसका कारण और प्रीत के बजाय विपरीत भाव नहीं होती। भावना पहले संकल्प रूप में होती है, फिर बोल में आती है और उसके बाद फिर कर्म में आती है। सदा भाव समान रिश्ता बनने के उमंग उत्साह में रहने वाली आत्माओं को सदा सर्वप्रथम श्रेष्ठ भावना और श्रेष्ठ भाव रखने वाली विजयी आत्माओं को सदा हर आत्मा को श्रेष्ठ भावना से परिवर्तन करने वाले विश्व परिवर्तक आत्माओं को सदा विजयी विजय माला में समीप आने वाले विजयी रत्नों को बाप दादा का अव्यक्त वर्ष के मुबारक के साथ साथ याद, प्यार और नमस्ते। बच्चे, मैं आपके सदा साथ हूँ।
Om Shanti. The Lord is pleased. with an honest heart, seated on God's heart throne. Know the importance of the method of service and become great. At every moment, know the importance of the method of service and become great. Whatever status those who give lectures attain, so too, those who wash dishes and remain yog-yukta and yukti-yukta can attain a status, an elevated status. Simply remember, the Lord is pleased with an honest heart. And when the bestower and the bestower of blessings is pleased, then what can be lacking? Make the bestower of blessings, the bestower of fortune, and the bestower of knowledge, the innocent Father happy, and you will be saved from Maya and also from Dharmraj. The Lord is pleased with an honest heart. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Welcome to Avyakti Parivar. Today is day 7. The Lord is pleased with an honest heart, seated on God's heart throne. And today's topic is know the importance of the method of service and become great. Now let's listen to our lovely Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti, everyone. Baba wants us to close all the doors for Maya and the obstacles, right? So he keeps telling us many, many different yuktis, methods. Baba had been saying a lot about the feelings, bhavana, but how to maintain enthusiasm all the time. I like when Baba said that you have to become like Baba, and bhavana is to make others also like Baba. I have to be angel like Baba, and bhavana to make others also. So becoming like Baba will keep my enthusiasm. And also I have to make others like Baba as angels. So always, always have not only pure bhavana, but elevated bhavana for everyone. That means you yourself will set example of enthusiasm, courage, constantly making efforts, maintaining pure feelings. So it seems like pure feeling is like breath of Brahman life, bhavana. Not even for your own self, have good bhavana, not only for others. So enthusiasm, inner energy will keep motivating you to make good efforts. Then Baba is saying, service is service, right? But to sustain yajna, that is doing karma yoga, is very, very important. We should not think this service is better than other service. Giving lectures is better than doing something in the kitchen. Baba is saying no. Once you do whatever you're doing in yoga, Baba is using the word Yog Yukt and Yukti Yukt. That means all the methods based on knowledge. If you're doing that, whatever then you do, Baba said, if you are washing the pots in the kitchen, or you are giving talk, both are equally important, right? I remember when I travel, I used to travel a lot. So there is always public program in the evening. By the time we come home, it's 9:30. And we all have eaten dinner, and sink is full with all the dishes. One time it was Wednesday evening, and next morning is Thursday. We need clean kitchen, clean pots, everything clean. So generally it happens that they give duty to one sister, and you have to make bhog tomorrow. But then she has to clean kitchen and everything before. So I generally have this habit. I said, we all will sit here. Means we all will be around, and let's all do it together. You will be surprised in 20 minutes. Somebody clean tables, somebody clean dishes, and got things ready for bhog. Everything was done in half an hour. But if you leave it on one person, and then person might finish by midnight, and then next morning has to make bhog. Now, the love and pure feelings will enable us to be part of that. Otherwise, I will say it's not my duty, it's not my department. But if all of us do it together, there is cooperation. And I saw, like with Brahma Baba, anything they had to do, Baba will begin. Very, very difficult things, even, there is something they roll, they have dry paper. So it's hard to roll, but Baba will, Baba will sit and start rolling. Then others will also come. They will start rolling. So same is what Baba is saying. It is not what kind of service is doing, but it is in the stage you're doing. The love, the bhavna. So no action is ordinary action in yagya. One time I remember we all were invited in Delhi in Pandav Bhavan for a meeting. Dadi Prakashmani also had come from Madhuban. It was a big meeting for a big program. And so interesting that when I went there, Dadi Prakashmani had a broom in her hand and she was cleaning. And I said, so many are here, why she has to do? She said everyone was busy and all of you had to come. So I decided to clean. So that means there was never that status conscious that I'm the head of organization. So why I have to clean for others, right? But some of these actions not only inspire us, but they set good example for us. And what happens that when place is clean and you are arriving, and then you come to know how Dadi did it, what will come from the heart? The blessings, right? Dua. That's how great she is. We have some examples even now, those who are from the yajna from very beginning, that we do everything all around. But these days it's not all around. Mhm. So all of us, why Baba is giving this example, maybe in future we will see why it is important. Mhm. But Baba is saying what is important is the method. Have pure feelings, remember Baba, and be yog and yukti yuk. That means based on understanding of knowledge. Whatever you're doing is based on the understanding of knowledge. And it's really great fortune if we have opportunity to do everything. Sometimes we don't have even that, but if we have, we should take it. Because I remember when Didi Mohini used to say, settling of karmic account, sometimes through body also, or different nature. If you use body in a proper way, you settle it by doing good elevated actions. So every moment there is an opportunity to settle and to create elevated fortune, so that the bestower of fortune can bestow us with more and more blessings. So I was saying, whether you give lecture or wash pots, it doesn't matter. Because what is happening is sanskars are being created of love, of bhavana for yajna. Serving yajna is serving Brahmins, right? I think we really need to think deeply why Baba is saying this, especially at this time. So everyone should think of, oh, I have to be all around. I have to be all around. I should know everything to do. And of course, when you are in remembrance of Baba, today I was realizing that even remembrance of Baba emerges certain qualities in us. And every quality which has emerged from remembrance, let's say you have a lot of patience. So your patience is not just a quality, but I found that those who have remembrance of Baba, deeply within they have so much patience, a lot of trust, they have. Now these qualities are emerging through remembrance. You can have patience, it's all right. But deeply within the soul experiences joy and comfort of that patience, because that quality of patience is emerging through remembrance of Baba. So again, connect from yesterday, remembrance from your heart, not intellect, just with the heart. Baba will take care of everything. He is my parents. I belong to him. So I don't have to have desires. Baba, please do this for me, get this accomplished. Someone say, we're doing yoga for a good house. I said, Daddy, Janki used to say, why yoga for the house? Do it for yourself. I also keep reminding myself to burn the alloy, remove the rajogun, to make soul higher and higher, to settle karmic account. There's so much we need to do in remembrance, through remembrance. So make remembrance very pure, as Baba said, from the heart, so that all this is done. First important definitely is to settle my karmic accounts, to make myself Sato Pradhan, make myself Sato Pradhan. Because if I am Sato Pradhan, everything else around will also have that energy of Sato. And Sato Pradhan means golden age at time. So my inner stage, my circumstances, everything will be like golden age. So I have to pay attention that I want all that, and that's only possible if I remember Baba from my heart. More I think about it, more I could see that how subtly we can have some expectations through remembrance. But yes, circumstances can change, will change through remembrance, but I am not willing, I don't have that desire. I just say, oh, I have to remember Baba with a lot of love. So again, what is remaining with us is love and bhavana. As much we have love and bhavana, we do everything with love, we remember Baba with love. We have love and bhavana for everyone, everyone. I think that will keep us full of enthusiasm, joy, and we will keep moving forward. Om Shanti.
The Lord is pleased with an honest heart, seated on God's heart throne. Know the importance of the method of service and become great. At every moment, know the importance of the method of service and become great. Whatever status those who give lectures attain, so too those who wash dishes and remain Yogyukt and Yuktiyukt can attain an elevated status. Simply remember, the Lord is pleased with an honest heart. And when the bestower and the bestower of blessings is pleased, then what can be lacking? Make the bestower of blessings, the bestower of fortune, and the bestower of knowledge, the innocent Father, happy, and you will be saved from Maya and also from Dharamraj. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti Avyakti Parivar. Thank you, Didi. So now, before we invite our angels and start our Avyakti journey, I just want to remind you all that tomorrow is Thursday, and Thursday is always special. And we will be offering Bhog in Avyakti Parivar in the evening with Mohini Didi. So morning Amritvela, evening Bhog, and the session Hindi and English. So after a long time, right? Some send me message, we're missing Bhog, we are missing Bhog with Didi. I said, okay, we are here now. So that, and also there will be a global bhakti this Saturday. It will be last one, so that we will give you the whole schedule also. But now let's start our Avyakti journey. Welcome to our Avyakti journey. An honest heart loves to churn. So would like to invite our two angels, dear Sister Judy, welcome.
Om Shanti Didi. Thank you for that rich food. So many riches, so much to digest and churn. It's absolutely wonderful. And Om Shanti to Avyakti Parivar and to you, Jude in Calgary.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. So I really loved this idea. I mean, our centers in the West typically are small enough that we have had to be all-rounders. And I have never felt that that was a have to. I've always felt that was a fortune, such a huge fortune. And I love this morning. So Didi speaking about this again tonight in the washing the dishes. I remember Daddy Janky used to say, those big pots, you're washing those big pots at Global Retreat Center, because I spent many a summer there. And she would say, wash the big pots and wash away your negative karma. The two went together, which is what Didi's just been talking about. But the image for me from this morning, Baba's saying that he stays at the rear to make sure we all move along. And I thought it's just the opposite of pomp. The pomp that's associated with what the world thinks is a more worthy task. And how Baba turns that on its head for us. And the feeling of being at the back and helping everybody get to the new world, to their highest and their best place, just touched my heart so deeply. And it fit very much with what Didi was just saying about all the tasks, all rounder, everything, because we're serving the yajna and the sanskar of love that is created when we do that. And what a fortune to be serving the yajna, the method more important than the nature of the task.
Yes, I am. Om Shanti. Greetings to Didi and our lovely Avyakti Parivar. I just have to add, whenever that lovely little Avyakti angel introduces the theme at the beginning, there's so much joy and love and enthusiasm in that voice. I don't know about you, Judy. I feel like we're just a warm-up act. Like, I know the series is coming with the Avyakti children. I just feel like they embody what this is all about. So it's very inspiring. But yes, it was so rich, and you've really addressed it beautifully, Judy, but so rich, the sharing again. And every time, Dada, of course, shared, and that was the foundation. And then when Didi was sharing, I thought, okay, that's the point. No, that point, no. It was just impossible, But I think the idea for me, which you've also touched on, is to not lose the point of how this all actually works. So when Bapdada was saying this idea of speaking to those who transform every soul with their elevated feelings, that's actually how it works. So it's really about, it's almost as if he uses our heart as the instrument for world transformation. It's through our feelings. The doing, of course, has to happen. What has to happen, but how is which the signal points to, how I do the what, and to not lose that point. Even that vision of him standing behind as the cow herder to make sure we don't go off track and lose the point was so powerful today. So not to lose the thread in the doingness, and even this feeling I got as Didi was talking about the yagya, and you had as well, Judy, of, just as they say, what's the difference between a house and a home? A house is mortar and bricks, but it becomes a home with the feelings and the quality of interaction between those walls. And similarly, what makes an organization into a yagya? We're not just another group of people who do things, but we are doing things with these very elevated, sacred, God sort of directed feelings. And that's really you can feel that's what's driving the heart of the yagya, is these kinds of feelings. And someone asked today, was asking me, what's the difference between intellect and heart? Because these are all used, and we're hearing Didi say, not just with the intellect, but with the heart. And when she was sharing yesterday, this connection between truth and elevated feelings, I found that very powerful, and was really thinking a lot about that today, that we are able to clean everything else out, clean the heart, so the truth can come in. What the truth does to our heart, how it changes our feelings. You sometimes say soul conscious feelings, or feelings through remembrance of God, or feelings towards each other. So because of now living from this position of the truth, so the truth going in, but really transforming the heart. So that touched me a lot, just the point of it all, that Baba really wants to work through our feelings. And yes, I loved the all-rounder. It's just so, I think we all love it, this feeling. Baba can ask me to do anything at any time, and I do it with love. It's just such a wonderful, possibility. And I know you just had a huge program, Peace Halifax. And I have been there for Peace Halifax a couple of times. So I see the unfolding, and I see a lot of all-rounder activity done with love when I watch the family. But what's your experience relative to tonight's sharing? What's your experience around an example like Peace Halifax?
Well, I think there's something about, I think we always made a decision here right from the beginning that we would enjoy planning service, and that would therefore be what the outcome, like the service itself, would be of the quality, whatever program we were planning. The program would carry the quality of energy that we had while we were planning it. So therefore, we made sure that we always enjoyed the planning process. We were churning, we were enjoying. It was very spiritually enriching. And then, who moves the chairs and who plugs it in, those are details that happened at the end. And I had found that often it was the opposite. People would put a lot of attention into where do the chairs go, who's on first, who says the second thing. And I think we just decided here we were going to have a great deal of enjoyment, and it would be spiritually sustaining to be in the conversation about the program. And then the program, it'd be like the last 10, 15 minutes of our meetings, the logistics would just come like that because we were already so aligned. And I think that kind of energy, so churning, an awful lot of churning, but with love. So we've enjoyed every minute of the planning. And then the event is just a natural expression of that. And it is joyful. It's very joyful. And lots of community members are involved in the doing. So it's not just us doing it. So I don't know if that answers your question.
It does, yeah. And my experience when I was there was that, of course, we want souls, as many souls as possible to benefit. But my experience when I was there was that there really wasn't a concern over numbers or quantity at all. That there really was just a lot of care in terms of the quality of what's going on, and really a lot of care for each other. So the stage of every soul, a lot of care for each other, which I think was really, really powerful. And I was remembering another program that was in Halifax. I think it was at Pier 21. Is that the right?
Images and Voices of Hope.
Images and Voices of
That
Hope.
one was amazing.
So I was not there, but I was told a story by Sister Tanya that touched me. Because in this program, I guess they were divided into groups by modality and voice and movement and spoken word and visual. And they had to, connect with a quality or a vision or an expression for the world and express that through the modality. And Sister Tanya was in the movement group. And everyone would look over to that group that was the movement group, and they weren't moving. They weren't moving. And they wondered, don't they need to rehearse it? Because, you're going to. And what she was doing, of course, was taking them deep into the feeling, really into the feeling, to get their heart, because they were a little self-conscious and, I don't actually dance. And she just went into the feeling and really unlocked the heart. So they were very passionate about what they wanted to express. And it really didn't matter what it looked like. And then I think the last few minutes, they went through, I don't know, figuring out where everyone would stand.
You know what they did? They stood in a line on stage. So they presented this to the rest of us. This is the public, and they're on stage presenting. And they stood in a line, and when it was their turn, they each made some kind of move.
Yes.
Unrehearsed, but it came from within. So that's your point about the quality of the energy then moved the body. And everyone was expecting a dance, but it wasn't. It was just, and it was captivating, absolutely captivating, because each of them, even though maybe they moved something very small, it was done with such lovely energy. Yeah, it's interesting you remember that via the story. Yeah.
So that connected with this idea again of all-rounder, that, Baba really grabs our heart. I know I've felt this for me. There's so many times when I'm in a situation where I'm not actually sure. There's many times I'm not sure how to do this. Like, I don't have the skill set. But it's just this love and this willingness and this trust, not just in Baba, but the family and myself, but this trust. And it's as if he makes it happen, that love can move mountains even within the self. So really, that's what touched me about that story. And the real mountain, that Baba has to move, which I heard in the sharing on Dadiji, the biggest mountain is that ego again, right? Like, just be liberated from that or the status, and it's amazing what we can do. So, in the cooperation we can give from the heart. So I loved hearing the stories. There's so much more we could go into, but I think we're out of time.
So, oh well. Oh, Shanti.
Enough of the warm-up act.
Yeah, on to the children. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you, Judy.
Om Shanti. Thank you very much. It was lovely. And now let's do our meditation, homework meditation, and then we'll take Drishti from Didi and remember Baba.
The Lord is pleased with an honest heart, seated on God's heart throne. Know the importance of the method of service and become great. At every moment, know the importance of the method of service and become great. Whatever status those who give lectures attain, so too those who wash dishes and remain yog-yukt and yukti-yukt can attain an elevated status. Simply remember, the Lord is pleased with an honest heart, and when the bestower and the bestower of blessings is pleased, then what can be lacking? Make the bestower of blessings, the bestower of fortune, and the bestower of knowledge, the innocent Father, happy, and you will be saved from Maya and also from Dharmraj.
सच्चे दिल पर साहिब राजी, परमात्म दिल तख्त नशीन, सेवा की विधि के महत्व को जानकर महान बनो। हर समय सेवा की विधि के महत्व को जानकर महान बनो। जितना भाषण करने वाला पद पा लेता है, उतना योग युक्त युक्ति युक्त स्थिति में स्थित रहने वाला बर्तन मांजने वाला भी श्रेष्ठ पद पा सकता है। सिर्फ याद रखो, सच्चे दिल पर साहिब राजी होता है, और जब दाता वरदाता राजी हो गया तो क्या कमी रहेंगी। वरदाता व भाग्य विधाता ज्ञानदाता भोले बाप को राजी कर लो तो माया से भी बच जाएंगे और धर्मराज काजी से भी बच जाएंगे। ओम शांति।
Om Shanti. Good night, everyone. Om Shanti.